I don't like any of you Tesla or Palantir shareholders. You guys are so frustrating. I'm being a little facetious. I think they're great companies, but man, you guys do the most with your projections. It's honestly insane. All Palantir and Tesla shareholders have these crazy projections for these companies. I truly believe that they believe it, but the data isn't really real because they're just projecting this imaginary future for this company. When you do projections, how often are your projections really right? And how often do anyone get these projections for these companies really right? Especially when the company doesn't generate any net income. Palantir for the last 20 years hasn't been generating any money, which is insane. Right then and there, you should not even invest your money in that company, in my opinion. Tesla shareholders are on another level with these projections. These projections have these guys going crazy and crazy and crazier. One thing about Tesla shareholders is that they have a real company. You actually know what it does. Unlike Palantir, you have no clue what the company does. But Tesla stock, at least you know what it does. I actually believe in Tesla, the company, but where the stock is at and where people have the stock going at is just insane. These projections are crazy. And when you have to make these crazy projections to justify why you own the stock, you already know it's a done deal. But I'm not saying those projections can't happen. I'm just like, why make those projections when you really don't know yourself? You're just guessing, you're just estimating, you have no idea. That's why it's always best to buy companies that the downside is very limited, but the upside is just crazy high. You know it's going to be higher than what it is today. But with Tesla shareholders that they're projecting crazy amount of growth, this company is going to be the best company ever, the most valued company in its history, says Elon Musk. That's when you're just like, damn, like, is this really real? Can they back this up? So I know a lot of people love Palantir, but if you understand that this company is at a $13 billion market cap, it started in 2003, 20-year plus, and it's still generating a negative net income in 20 plus years. It's insane. That should not happen in any business. And it just started to gain cash flow. If I showed you a chart of Palantir and you didn't know it was Palantir, the company, would you invest in this company? It's been a company for 20 years. It's still generating a negative net income. It's just starting to generate free cash flow. Would you buy this company? 100% of people would say no. I would never touch this company. I wouldn't even look at it. They would just move on to the next company. But since it's Palantir, since it's Alex Karp, everyone loves the company. Everyone wants to have it. It's the new generation. It's the future of the world. So that's the story of Palantir, guys. I just summed it up for you. Next, we have Gary Black making Tesla projections. And these projections are shared by most Tesla shareholders. They truly believe in this. Gary Black says global EV adoption will be roughly 10% for 2022, up from 6.4% in 2021. If we project EV adoption grows to 35% by 2026, that's a 30%, that's a 37% CAGR, which is quite the tailwind for Tesla. If Tesla can hold its EV share at 20% through Cybertruck and a 25K to 30K compact, that's 35 to 40% volume growth. Guys, the 25 and 35K compact, Elon hasn't even talked about this, so how is he just making this up? Like, that is pretty crazy just to come up with a 25K to 30K compact. For Tesla to actually maintain a 20% market share of the EV market, they're going to have this because people can't afford $60,000, $70,000 cars, especially when interest rates are not going to go back to 0 to like 1%. That's probably not going to happen. It might happen, who knows, but damn, if you're hoping for that, then you're just off, you're just off tilt already. Plus, you have a 60% adoption of EVs by 2030. That just seems insane. Like, that just seems way too insane. Like, majority of people that I know don't even like EVs like that. Like, they wouldn't even buy an EV. They like their gas cars. So I don't know, man. 60% adoption of the EV market sounds pretty incredible. And if it grows to that, props up to Tesla for that. Their margins are going to increase from 12%, 17 to 19 to 20, 21, 22, 25. You see how they're just always up? Like, this is the type of projections that these people make of Tesla. Their gross margins are always going to be up. Their operating margins are always going to be up. they're gonna maintain this 20% market share somehow, even with competition coming in and people charging lower prices and just so much things happening that they're just projecting this is gonna be the truth and nothing but the truth. But if we honestly have to have these projections to make our investment plausible, it's really over for your investment. You shouldn't have to make these crazy projections to justify the price that you want to pay for the company, in my opinion. So I really don't hate Palantir or Tesla stock. I would actually make a speculative bet into Tesla if the shares probably cut in half or get a little bit lower, but that's just me. But what I truly hate about Palantir and Tesla shareholders is that they make these crazy estimates or projections 10 years out that are just crazy to even think or to even imagine happening. So what do you think about this video, guys? Like it and leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel.